All right, y'all, welcome to the show. Welcome, 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 welcome again. We've got a giant one for you today here on Oscars Mafia. I am your host, George Airhead. Um, that's not how you say my name. If you call me that, if you call me Airhead in public, it's on site. Anyway, I am here today with Jasmine,
Hello.
and for the first time appearing on in this edition of the show. I had to drag him here by gunpoint, of course, because we're a mafia. Tristan French.
That's true, and they killed my horse.
That's right. That's right. All right, so uh, a lot has happened since Sunday night, and this Sunday night, this coming Sunday night, we've got other things that are going to happen, and just a whole bunch of nonsense craziness um, going on. So, how about we begin with a little appetizer, an appetizer that is the Cinema Eye honors. Just before we get into like the whole morbidium of this whole thing. So Cinema Eye honors is a documentary awards. It's fairly decently um accurate when it comes to documentary. Only 9 out of the last 10 winners have been nominated for documentary. So this year, that award goes to 32 Sounds, a film which I don't believe is available anywhere to watch, at least not
I don't
publicly.
I don't think so, no.
But it is on the short list for documentary, which is a big deal. Uh, Now also what happened at Cinema Eye is, let me see if I can find it here. I saw it earlier. Direction for this award went to uh it was a tie between The Eternal Memory and Four Daughters. Editing was still a Michael J. Fox movie. I would say any production, which I guess is producing. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be for technically. Went to 20 Days in Mariupol. Cinematography, Smoke Sonic Sisterhood, and then there's score, sound, 32 sounds, and you got Going to Mars and Kokomo City winning awards as well. Bobby Wine, the People's President, won an award. So that's most of those are on the short list. Kokomo City isn't, but I think all the others I mentioned are, unless I'm missing one.
Kokomo City isn't, but I think the others are. Yeah.
Um, so it's gonna be an interesting thing when it comes to documentary, what to predict, what not to predict. I'm pretty certain on 20 Days and Four Daughters, and I think I'm probably safe on sold on Beyond Utopia. Um, I think others I'm gonna have to do some research to figure out like what's most likely to show up in some of these places.
I have stats because documentary. So since 2008, which is when this award started, they've had four winners total. Go like hand in hand with the Oscars, which was The Cove, Venom Wire, Citizen Four, and American Factory, all won Cinema Eye, and then eventually went on to win the Oscar. In total of their winners, they've only had three actually not get nominated. They're a very good stat. Um,
Yeah.
I'd have to compare more, but they are, I think, more accurate than IDA, which is one of the other documentary awards. I'd have to look. I think Cinema Eye is a little more accurate when it comes to like for the winner eventually becoming at least nominated. In both obviously they I actually don't know what the best predictor for that is for winners.
Yeah.
Um but I guess if you're really stuck, honestly, just put it 32 sounds, like, because there's a good chance it just might get nominated, even though we don't seen it.
Yeah, that's probably. I mean, nobody saw House Made of Splinters either, did they?
Yeah, that one came out of nowhere
I think I'm
too.
literally the only one who I'm the only one who saw it before the actual nominations. I saw it at Sundance last year. Thought it
Yeah.
was fantastic.
But this,
I think
yeah,
technically, I think like BAFTA has a pretty like good
at, per-
reputation with
at
predicting
at the winner,
titles.
yeah,
The
the
one, yeah,
nominees not always,
the one, but it's
because
not,
they'll nominate a lot of British dogs that don't make the
yeah.
short list.
But like Navalny won, Summer Soul won, Octopus Teacher won. I mean, for some obviously lost, but for Solo,
Hmm.
I'm Not Your Negro lost to Icarus. 13th lost to something. I know that didn't win. Oh, was it OJ Made in America
Yeah,
that
that
year?
was,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, that was that
Oh yeah,
that,
Amy,
that whole
Citizen
fiasco.
Four. So like they're pretty good. I think it's like BAFTA technically. So I honestly just can't wait to see what's nominated at BAFTA, if I'm being super honest. And like
Yeah,
what wins there. Was 32 Sounds shortlisted at BAFTA? Hold
I
on.
don't think so.
Um,
But they did a lot of British stuff. Like they did the Wham documentary, they did Deepest Breath, they did other things that didn't actually get the Oscar shortlist.
what I guess just as a very short side note, I think the BAFTA Rising Star came out since, and I would like to
Yeah.
congratulate Iowa Debris on her award. Congratulations.
I mean, I
Because
think
I think,
she deserves it. They might
yeah,
go
I think there's a
British. They might go
really
British, but yeah.
good chance that she wins. So congratulations, Io. You deserve it.
Okay, well, if we're done with Cinema Eye appetizer, let's go ahead and get into the morbing of everything. So we're gonna start with SAG, just kind of go in chronological order of what happened. Now, I'm not gonna stop individually at each category. I'll just go through all of these at once and we'll kind of discuss them as a whole.
We could, but we'd be here for like 7 hours.
Yeah. So we'll start with stunts. Stunt ensemble for a motion picture. You had Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, John Wick Chapter 4, and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. For supporting actor, you had Sterling K. Brown in American Fiction, Willem Dafoe in Poor Things, Robert De Niro in Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling in Barbie. For supporting actress, you had Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer, Penelope Cruz in The Color Purple, or Danielle Brooks in The Color Purple, Penelope
Wow,
Cruz in
these are
Ferrari.
very different movies. Wow. These are very different movies.
Jodie Foster in Naiad, and Divine Joy Randolph in The Holdovers.
Penelope Cruz is
For
real. She was real good in Color Purple.
lead
Danielle Brooks
actor,
is fantastic
we
in.
have Bradley Cooper in Maestro, Coleman Domingo in Rustin, Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers, Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer, and Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction. For actress, we have Annette Bening in Naiad, Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon, Carey Mulligan in Maestro, Margot Robbie and Barbie, Emma Stone in Poor Things. And then finally, for ensemble, you've got American Fiction, Barbie, The Color Purple, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Oppenheimer. So, thoughts, takeaways, anything? I mean, I have a few.
Um, Barbie got nominated for stunts, but not supporting actress, which was very odd.
Yeah, that's weird. I thought if America Ferrera was gonna get nominated anywhere, it would be here.
Um, I was going like to like the nomination list. I do like Barbie in a sense as a nominee because it's not a very traditional like stunt nominee. Because I think when people think stunts, they just think action movies. But I like this kind of non-traditional kind of
So,
like
I will say this about
nomination,
stunts.
even if it is kind of a little bit like I would have loved something like the Aaron Carter Show up here, which also isn't a very like traditional actiony movie type of nominee, but As kind of weird of a nomination as it is, and I kind of like that they recognize non-action movies because stunts isn't just action movies. But you can
Yeah.
say your piece, George, before I go on.
Well, I was gonna say I got 5 for 5 in stunts. I got them all right. Here's the reason I did Barbie though, because a lot of people are like, they're not gonna do Barbie. What stunts does Barbie have? A lot of times in this category, they like to just kind of put in picture nominees that have like minimal stunt work because they're like just huge overall. So like they did Trial the Chicago 7 a couple years ago. Stop and think about that. Trial the Chicago 7. That got stunts.
Which I feel like has less
And
stunts than Barbie,
and
probably.
and Tenet did not. They also did The Irishman.
I haven't seen The
So it's
Irishman,
like
but I feel like that has also very limited stunts.
so it's like it just made perfect sense to me that they would do Barbie. Because it has like minimal stunt work with the Ken fight and everything. So yeah. And Guardians, I know they didn't nominate the first two movies. They always nominate a Marvel movie, and I just did not think that they were going to do the Marvels or Ant-Man. So
No. They
No.
they did very poorly. I can't remember why like fifth like was, but it wasn't Barbie. I went 4 for 5 in this category, I think. But I did not go Barbie. Oh, it's something pretty traditional, I believe. I think Jodie Foster is no, I think Annette Bening is gonna go through everything and then not get nominated in the end, or Jodie Foster. I hope one of them doesn't get nominated. Um,
and that Benning,
I
I don't see it.
but I think
yeah,
one of them will go get
That
like everything
that's
and then not
that's
get
like Amy
nominated.
Adams and Hillbilly Elegy type shit there.
there's a lot of negative buzz around her performance in particular, whereas Jodie Foster, I think everyone agrees is like the best part of that movie.
That's
So
a
I could
really low
see
bar.
true, but I think Jodie's really like, and she hasn't been nominated since now, and she's been doing some great work recent years. So I feel like we could see Jodie get in there, but I don't think Annette Bening is going to.
I have to like rewatch the movie to see what people saw in Jodie Foster's performance because I just really did not like that movie.
I
It
didn't
was just
either. I liked her,
just
but I didn't
I
like
can't remember her at all. If I'm I love the Penelope Cruz nomination. Um, Super inspired. She's very good in that movie. I quite like that movie, which is weird because
So
I didn't like Last of the Mohicans, which is the only other Michael Mann film that I've seen. But honestly, I might just like YOLO predict Penelope Cruz on Oscars morning if I just can't think of anyone else to put in. If I do decide to take out Julianne Moore for the obvious reasons of her not being in this category.
so when it comes to the Foster, if this was like last year or just like a year where there were like more kind of strong like contenders, more acclaimed films, I would not even consider putting her. Like if this was last year, for example, no, I would not even consider it. Like Steph, I would easily just say, oh, okay, well, I think they'll just do Stephanie Shu. This year, not only am I like actively considering it, I'm probably just gonna put her in because
I know, I should like probably
this
put
was
her in.
the bench is not that deep. The bench is not that deep. Like if America Forever couldn't get in here, why would she get the Oscar nomination?
I think we're gonna wait and see what BAFTA does, I think. So I'll be really torn if BAFTA does America Forever.
Also,
I know that they have like six
very
they
very
have
big
nominated, but
note here and a bit of a precursor to how this movie did Saltburn got completely fucked here.
good.
So yes, good. So they're not I don't think they're gonna do Pike. And I mean, who else is there? Like
I actually don't think like
like
anyone.
you could make a case for Claire Foy and All the Strangers.
I really don't. Like
I don't think it's happening.
all of us strangers just didn't take off. But just because their plate put no
The
attention on
the
it.
only other thing possibility I could consider, unless they it was like by some divine miracle, they save Rachel McAdams.
I'll be
The
really
only
shocked.
I would be shocked, but the only other possibility that I could like see
Isn't the only thing
realistically,
she has Critics' Choice, right?
she didn't even get that, is the
Does she have
thing.
no precursors?
None.
I'd
So
be
that would be a
really,
miracle.
I'd be really
The only
shocked.
other thing that I could see is if with this movie coming on really strong, especially today, they decide to do double Sandra Hüller.
Yeah, I could do that. That's why I want to
That's
predict
the only
that,
other
but
thing.
like, I don't think I will because I don't have like.
I'm not gonna predict that. I think that's
I
too
feel like
risky.
I need to
But
have Zone in more places than I currently do. And I was
I
getting like I just don't
yeah.
mention getting more nominations, but I feel like I would need to add it more in for them to justify like just the zone of interest alone. I think
I mean, I just don't know what else they could do.
I don't see them like
Like none of the supporting actresses in American Fiction took off, so that's
no,
not happening.
I don't see Rachel McAdams being a to Leslie. I don't see them just like oh her just like very suddenly getting in. Francis Fisher, this is what you need to do instead of supporting Origin. You just support or there gotta be more of it.
Let's just address that real quick because
Say it's a
I
small
think
movie with a big heart.
some people are gonna see that and be like, oh my God, is Origin gonna get nominated? I mean, I even like was like, oh my God, is this happening again?
No, not unless every other celebrity starts posting the exact same thing. It'll be like fuck.
Which so far they haven't been.
Which would be really funny if they all did. Then I'll go like
Yeah.
fuck.
I'd be like, well, I mean, at least this time around, Neon is also doing a lot of campaigning for it. But
Is that movie playing anywhere though?
No.
yeah, that's the
So
thing. Two Leslie was out. Like it was out on digital by the
here's the
time
thing about
the
Neon
nominations
is
happened.
they started the campaigning for it too late.
Yeah.
It's like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
It's also
Like
just not really an Oscar movie. It's like kind of like it's really good, but I feel like not everyone's going to connect to it just because of the nature of like how the story is presented. It's just very unconventional.
Another problem that I think is a thing is that Riseborough didn't have to take out that many people because like I mean Babylon was falling off a cliff at 1,000 miles an hour, so Robbie wasn't gonna happen. Naomi Ackie never took off. Um Till, like Daniel Day-Lewis, like nobody watched Till. Nobody wanted to watch Till. And nobody in the Academy, that is. Because it was like, oh my God, it's too depressing, which ironic considering that Ana de Armas got nominated, but I digress. Um, and then there's like Viola Davis for The Woman King, which clearly they didn't care about that movie. So it was kind of like it wasn't really that hard for Riseborough to take out those people. With Ingenue Ellis, it's like there's like six people. There's like Gladstone Stone and Mulligan and Hooler, and then you got Greta Lee and Margot Robbie, which is like that's like six people in Best Picture nominees right there already. And then like there's also like I mean, can I like you can maybe convince me that she would take out like Kaylee Spaney or Natalie Portman or um Annette Bening maybe. But is she going to take out Lee or Robbie? No, I don't think so.
no.
I think that the field is just so much stronger this year. Uh, now
Um Oh, and Resident Sad Queen Viola Davis did not get in here. Is another thing I noticed when I like wrote this.
that is a death blow
Well,
to Air. If they can't even
I
nominate her, yeah.
that movie is original screenplay or bust purely off of the fact that there's literally nothing else.
Now I want to jump a little bit to actress because we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I knew like I knew in the back of my head like they're not gonna do Sandra Hüller. They're not gonna do that. They're not they're too normy for that. But at least give me someone who isn't Annette fucking Bening. Come on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I mean, Taylor Benning, Quinn Hooler, and there's probably your Oscar five, unless like you want to like take out Carey Mulligan for someone for
Honestly,
like
I think the best
for the lead.
possible lineup we would get would be Stone, Gladstone, Hooler, Margot Robbie, and Greta Lee. I think
Yeah,
if we got
so
that five, the lineup would be vastly improved.
yeah, I want to see what BAFTA does in terms of like did Gertie Lee got longlisted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see what BAFTA does in terms of kind of where Greta Lee's going because I think she only has critics choice and Golden Globe
Yeah,
right
the
now.
fact that she missed SAG has me worried. I think I
So
might have to drop her, and I don't want
like
to
I
do it,
kind of
but
don't know
yeah.
what to make of it. But on the kind of one hand, on based on like what we know of what kind of SAG watches and how SAG leans really populist a lot of the time. I'm kind
Yeah.
of not shocked that past five don't make it in here if I'm being like super honest. Like I just kind of don't like I know it's really big on film Twitter and it's really big in kind of all of our circles. But I kind of don't know how far outside of film Twitter past lives got in terms of like everything everywhere all at once obviously made it into the mainstream, but I don't think past lives did that unfortunately. So I just
That's the problem.
it just really didn't take off and kind of
Well,
the
it does have
way that I think people were
61,000 votes in
hoping.
IMDb, which which is pretty solid being, the movie it is.
Yeah, I just
Um,
think
That's a lot.
I just feel like it didn't take off in the mainstream, and I think that people
well,
wanted it
that
to.
is the thing because
So,
SAG is not just people in the film industry or the
but the
television
nominating
industry.
body is, I think, nominating body is, I think, 2,200 people, I think. But how many of those 2,200 people, I guess, like saw past lives or
Well, that's
remembered
what I'm
past
trying to
lives?
say.
So, like,
It's not just actors in the film industry or actors in the uh TV industry. It's also TV anchors, weathermen, radio show
radio
hosts.
people,
Yeah.
like
So
voice actors.
like
I don't know voice actors,
so
so
like that's probably why Benning got in because like that's a movie that's more accessible to them than Past Lives.
yeah.
Also, I think another problem with the SAG voting, I think this is something that we see in like a different category. What they do a lot of the time is they well actually no what am I saying a lot of the time? I think the way they vote is they list their preferences in alphabetical order. They don't do like this is my first choice, this is my
Oh,
second
okay.
choice, this is my third choice. They just list them in alphabetical order. So that's why like that explains in part why Kristen Stewart missed a couple years ago. Because
Well, Kristen Stewart
like
missed because they just simply didn't like the movie. Like,
well that but also like it can explain that because like if there were number one votes there would be a better chance that she would get in because
yeah,
there would be a lot of people who would put her number one
yeah.
and such. Uh,
Yeah, but yeah, like
if
SAG
the
being just more than like, and it's more than just like your big actors. It's like background
yeah
actors, smaller actors, B-list actors, C-list actors. Like it's just a large range of people that I think honestly a majority of them are probably pretty normy if we're being super honest here. Like a lot of
yeah,
them probably have a very normy taste,
and then
which
there's the
is why
alphabetical
I'm not
order,
shocked that past lives didn't get in here. I'm not shocked that Anatomy of a Fall because honestly I don't think most of them saw Anatomy of a Fall for being super honest.
which is
Um
weird considering what it just got today, but we'll get to
and
that
I'm
later.
not shocked that May December missed, considering I think a lot of normie
S-
people don't like that movie.
So let's go.
like
So let's switch over to that for a second.
like I've read the Google reviews for that movie. People hate that movie. Like
Yeah,
So
they
there's a
really
lot of
just do
people that
not
don't.
get it at
supporting
all.
actor. Not only did we get a Charles Melton miss, which fuck you, why would you do that?
Mark
Mark
Ruffalo missed,
Ruffalo missed.
which was really interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That was
That
very
honestly,
interesting.
I never expected Charles Melton to get in here. I thought if he was gonna miss somewhere, it would be the SAG. But this one, like Mark Ruffalo missing is really interesting because I think it either means that like there's a possibility that Willem Dafoe and Mark Ruffalo could cancel each other out, or Willem Dafoe could like Judi Dench Mark Ruffalo, which is weird because Mark Ruffalo is a big star. Um,
But Willem Dafoe also is like Willem Dafoe got it on
More
Willem
acclaimed.
Dafoe's name alone for At Eternity's Gate. Like that was name
Well,
alone.
let's also go back to the alphabetical thing because what comes in the alphabet before R? D. Willem Dafoe.
I think they
Mark
could. I think there's a
Ruffalo.
road. I think there's a road they both get in.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
you're
starting
telling
to
me,
think that
you're telling me people
I
watch
don't know
At
how likely
Eternity's
that
Gate. I don't think
is.
anyone
I
watched At
mean, like,
Eternity's Gate. Like
I, I'm starting to think that, there's a possibility that Melton misses and we get both Defoe and Ruffalo. Or
I don't want Melton to
I
miss.
don't think
But
either. I don't think they both miss. I think
y-
either one of them gets in or they both get in. I
yeah.
don't think they miss. I would be really shocked.
yeah,
Also,
I
so I've seen American Fiction now. Um,
I've also
and
seen
I
it.
don't know how I feel about the Sterling K. Brown nomination. I'm totally not
I
gonna.
mean,
I'm wait,
he's
I'm
good.
it was good. I don't know if I
He's
nominated
funny.
him.
I
Like
mean, like,
I think you liked the movie more than I did.
I think,
Because I gave it a 7.
and I
Because
really liked it. Yeah,
I
I
think
think.
part of some of it, a lot of it didn't work. The
I
dramatics
mean, my
didn't
thing
really
about it is, I
work.
think
But
Jeffrey Wright absolutely deserves it.
I think Jeffrey Wright deserves it.
Um,
I think
with
Sterling K. Brown needed
actors,
stronger material to work with for me because the arc was very
I mean,
odd.
like, I just I like Sterling K. Brown in the movie, but I don't know if I'd say that's like the nomination worthy performance. It was basically just like, yeah, he got in because the movie, they like the movie.
I'd be really like I'd be happy if Sterling K. Brown had an Oscar nomination because it was like Sterling K. Brown, but I don't know if I'd nominate
Yeah.
him for American Fiction.
Well, he has this in Critics' Choice now. Um, and
And he was longlisted
Def
for BAFTA.
Defoe has this in Golden Globe. And then you've also got Ruffalo and Melton, and I guess like an outside chance for Dominic Sessa,
I think
but
Ruffalo will get BAFTA, especially since they're 6 months. I think Ruffalo will get BAFTA. I'd be shocked
yeah,
if he missed BAFTA for sure.
yeah, he might be top three there. Though all De Niro might also be. That's another possibility. Which, by the way, De Niro got in here. A lot of people thought he would miss, and DiCaprio missed his category.
They just don't care for him. Like I think it's a case of like Robert De Niro or not Robert of Leonardo DiCaprio just campaigning for Lily Gladstone.
Yeah, I
Like
did I did predict that because I think the thing with De Niro's performance is that there's a narrative that like this is the fiercest he's been in a very long
See,
time.
that's the thing, because like people were talking about him missing, and I'm like, how does that performance miss? I don't understand it. Like that is bait. That is bait, and he's a villain too.
Yeah,
Like,
you walk away from that performance being like, wow, that's quite the turn. Whereas
yeah.
like DiCaprio, that character's kind of pathetic, and like people hate that character,
I
and
mean,
you obviously hate De Niro's too, but that's like a villainous character.
at
Like
the same time though, DiCaprio is also very showy.
he is.
Like, yeah, I don't think he's gonna miss the Oscar nomination. I think,
I don't think he'll miss the
I
Oscar.
yeah.
do. I had this five
I
in
don't
since
think
like
I just don't see
I
him and
saw
Domingo
Killers.
getting into the Oscar.
See,
I just don't see it
I
right
think
now.
Domingo is kind of like Daniel Deadweiler until, or Viola Davis and the Woman King. And I'm not
I
comparing them because of their race. I don't
yeah,
want
no
anyone to,
kidding.
I don't want to
My
misconstrue
God.
that.
I
Um, I just like
I think Academy wise,
Rustin's only other possible nomination is song, which like okay,
I think this is a different case though, because Daniel Deadweiler was not a name whatsoever. Like she was pretty like a pretty brand new actress, and it was MGM, and it was a movie that like people really did not want to see because of the subject matter. And not that a lot of people have seen Rustin, but there's been a narrative like
nobody has seen Rustin.
And you're right, but there's been a narrative that's been
So you guys
growing
kind of
for
shocked that he got
Coleman.
nominated here.
I'm very much not.
I'm not
I
really that shocked.
I've had this vibe for a while, and I think with Coleman, like it's such a transformative performance and it's such a Beatty performance, and he's an actor that people really want to see get nominated. It's just I don't know. I feel like there's going to be more of a push to get him in than DiCaprio, where I see a lot of people leaving DiCaprio off.
I don't
I
foresee Rustin getting a
Yeah, I think
Song,
the problem is that nobody.
award. That's kind
I mean, song is like barely a nomination. Let's be real.
true, but
It,
I mean,
it, it it's
song and
just
actor, I
it's just
think.
the congratulations Barbie's winning award at this point. I don't know. I think they put DiCaprio back in. I don't think Domingo uh gets in. With supporting actor, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I think they still could nominate Charles Melton because the Oscars will pull out for passion picks a lot of the time. You know, Kristen Stewart, as I just mentioned a moment ago, Brian Tyree Henry, uh, uh, even like some Best Picture actors who missed, like Amanda Seyfried and Mank. They they miss SAG, but the Oscars pull out for them. Um, I think he still easily could get in because a lot of people they put him at number one. Like he gets number one votes. Uh, Whether or not Sarah White Kane Brown gets number one votes, I mean, I don't know who's putting him at number one. I don't know if anyone's
I don't think I
putting.
would put
I don't know if
Defoe,
anyone's
to be
putting
honest with
Defoe at
you.
number one either.
No,
Like
I don't think so.
I can see why people would like Willem Dafoe though. I don't see
I mean,
Sarah
I
White Kane
think he's
Brown.
great, but
I think he's
like,
great. I think
I
he's like
think
kind of like the end of the
most
movie. He's like
people, if
kind
you
of
who watch Poor Things, if you ask them who's better between Ruffalo and Defoe, they're going to say Ruffalo.
I've seen some people who actually like Defoe. But I
Well,
haven't seen
I
anyone
mean, like
go like Stone Key Brown
95%
as
of
like number
people who
one.
see Poor Things are going to say Ruffalo was the standout of the supporting cast.
But I can also see Willem Dafoe getting in because he's Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, I've
I
just
would
kind of
take out I
learned
think
like
Sterling K.
with
Brown if they
Ruffalo
wanted to
with
snub.
Defoe, you just take a grain of salt because it's like everyone predicts Defoe to get in like every year, and it just doesn't pan out. But I guess this is the closest he's gotten since uh at Eternity's Gate, so I don't know.
Which he was definitely name checked for. I don't know anyone who's seen that movie. By the way,
I watched it.
Yeah, big director too.
is he good?
It's good. I
Is he
liked.
Oscar worthy in this?
I think it's a great nomination. I think it's better than uh Viggo Mortensen or Rami Malek, but not like that's a competition.
Yeah, I think it just depends on whether I decide to put in Charles Melton in the end, which I'm still not really sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do.
I'm kind of not really sure if I'm gonna keep him in.
It's gonna be a
Because I mean, obviously, BAFTA like isn't any help, but like, is it like
yeah.
Kristen Stewart who like? Because Kristen Stewart also only had Golden Globe and Critics' Choice, and he has Golden Globe and Critics' Choice.
Yeah, that's
But they're also different because Kristen Stewart's obviously a much larger actor than Charles Melton, which definitely helps her get
yeah,
in the
but
acting
like at
branch.
the same
But
time, Brian Tyree Henry, like is he as big an
yeah,
actor as Kristen
yeah,
Stewart? I don't think so.
he got in pure support of the movie, which was really cool. And Jennifer Lawrence was like really campaigning for him. So it's
Yeah,
just like
I mean, this is why I think he could still happen because people are gonna put him at number one.
I'm gonna debate this back and forth.
Yeah, we
I
can
think I
debate
want to
this back
see.
and forth at infinitum.
Yeah,
Um, One thing that I want to mention really quickly, Color Purple got ensemble, Daniel Brooks got supporting actress, and yet Fantasia Barrino is just nowhere to be seen.
she is like officially 100% dead. She is not happening in acting.
Yeah,
no
that
way.
is
She's been dead for a while,
it.
but she is definitely dead because
It
they've seen the
it
movie. She has definitely seen the
it.
movie, and they put Annette Bening over her face.
Yeah,
Like
I
she
mean, it's
can't make it
so
happen.
insane. It kind of reminds me a little bit of uh when The Five Bloods got
Mm.
ensemble and Chadwick got in supporting actor and Coleman and Delroy Lindo was not there. Now it's not a one-to-one comparison because because Domingo are why do we keep saying Domingo? Oh my God, their names are so similar. Delroy. He was not nominated Golden Globes. The Five Bloods was completely shut out. That obviously didn't happen with Color Purple. Barrino got actress there, but she didn't get Critics' Choice, where Delroy Lindo actually did get it. I yeah, I don't see Barrino pulling through. I mean, maybe she could get saved at BAFTA, but like honestly, they didn't save Delroy either. I kind of don't see
I'd
it
be
anymore.
really shocked if she got in a BAFTA at this point. Like really, really shocked.
Yeah, I don't see
I
it.
honestly think if she could get in a BAFTA, and I still don't think I would predict her if I'm being super honest. I still don't think I'd predict her. I just
Yeah,
think she's
same.
like she did her movie. We're gonna get to this later, but her movie died in picture today. I think
We'll have an in memoriam segment, don't worry.
that
Uh
movie is just it just flopped.
well, any more comments on SAG before we move on?
What do you think of the like ensemble nominations? I guess generally. Did they just predict American Fiction? Because I did not.
I did.
I didn't.
I saw the movie and I was like, that's a SAG nominee. That is a complete like I just saw the movie and I was like, this is something that SAG's gonna eat the fuck up. SAG will love the ensemble of this film.
Mhm.
To me, it was like an easy prediction. Um, and that's what happened.
They're not super shocking. Anything super shocking. Holdover's missing here. Not a massive
Yeah.
surprise. It's a really small. It's a
Poor
three-person
Things missing here is
ensemble.
also not really a surprise because it didn't get, I don't think, any critics nominations for ensemble, maybe a couple.
It's really only
Uh,
the three. It's not an ensemble.
I mean, it
but
is
it
an
should be
ensemble. They
noted.
just don't, critics
It
just don't
should
think about
be
it that way.
it should be noted that um I know we as like afterwards we get like who is nominated as part of the ensemble. The people who do pick these do not apparently they do not see who is nominated as part of the ensemble when they pick these is what I've been told.
Yeah,
So
but then the SAG rules, like, you
yeah, the
can
cycles
only get
typically don't
nominated if you have an
they
individual
don't so
title
they don't
card.
pick it off of like who technically is part of the ensemble. But yeah, there's
Yeah.
only been two the person nominated ensembles in like 20 years. So not super shocked.
SAG needs to change their rules
Um,
because they are so goddamn stupid.
it was so
You
stupid
know,
because
Rami Malek
because
got an ensemble nomination for Oppenheimer instead of Kenneth Branagh, and yet Jason Clarke and Betty Safdie, who have more significant roles than either of them, they're not there. Like,
also like The Last of Us has an ensemble of two people, both of whom are nominated.
so stupid. So stupid. They need to
Got
change these.
nominated
They really need to change these
because I
rules.
which one shows just how much the industry loves The Last of Us, but like because I think people watched the series, they saw all these people show up in one or two or three, like one or two episodes, and they consider them part of the ensemble, and they're like, oh, they got nominated. Obviously not because they don't have title credits or whatever. But and
Yeah.
like the Gilded Age has like a million people nominated for whatever.
They really need to change these rules because it's so dumb.
Yeah, it's stupid. Um, and
All
so
right. All right. Well,
yeah, and when the Color Purple not getting in here isn't super shocking because I think like Miz got nominated here as well. So they like musicals basically there. I think quite a few musicals have gotten nominated here, so not super shocking that that got in here.
all right. Well, moving on from that, we'll get to the DGA nominations. So, uh, For documentary,
I actually don't
let
know what the nominations are. I didn't
me
look at
see.
them.
This is DGA. I'm trying to look. Here we go. They did Bobby Wine, The People's President, 20 Days in Mary You Paul, Beyond Utopia, still a Michael J. Fox movie, and Kokomo City. So that's the Kokomo City not on the Oscar shortlist. The other four are. For first time director, you have Cord Jefferson for American Fiction, Manuela Martelli for Chile 76, Nora Niasari for Shida, A.V. Rockwell for 1001, and Celine Song for Past Lives.
Congratulations, Celine Song, you won this category.
And then finally for narrative, which is the main director category, Greta Gerwig for Barbie, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things, Alexander Payne for Killers of the Flower Moon, and Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon. Alexander Payne for The Holdovers. I say Alexander Payne for Killers of the Flower Moon.
It'll be a really interesting Killers of the Flower Moon, I think.
So this was the 5 I predicted.
A little terrifying. I'm not gonna lie.
Did not think either Anatomy or Zone would make it here.
Would have been cool if they did.
The other possibilities, I guess, were Past Lives or Maestro. I think this officially buries Cooper's chances of getting director.
Unless he surprises you. It'd be a
I don't-
massive surprise if that makes about it.
And Song is All We Hope is BAFTA.
Was there a rule preventing people from being nominated in feature and first time or no?
I don't think so. I mean, if they did, I
Makes-
missed it.
It makes sense if they did.
I think it's kind of a dumb rule, but whatever.
I don't know, but
I don't know either.
this is a little terrifying to predict the DGA 5. I mean, I'm not predicting the DGA 5.
I'm not predicting it either.
I'm predicting Alexander Payne to miss, personally, because I think that movie is much more
I
of a
think-
writing movie than a directing movie, personally.
I think it's the miss will either be him or Greta Gerwig.
Which is unfortunate.
I think
Uh,
Greta's in. I'd be surprised if she didn't get it.
I think the one thing that could throw some caution in the wind, oftentimes the blockbuster movies are the ones that get snubbed. So like
Because the branch is
Dune,
really pretentious.
Top Gun,
The,
Joker didn't. I don't know what happened there.
That's fair, but I think
But-
with Barbie, like Greta's name has been out there as like, the drawing point of Barbie.
I
or one of them.
agree with you, but
the branch is just very pretentious.
It's-
They are, but
yeah, it's also like I don't know if it was not Alexander Payne who did the holdovers. I think it would be a little bit easier to say, yeah, that movie would just miss director, whatever. It's okay, it's fine. But it is Payne, and they nominated him 3 times before.
Yeah, they do really like.
It's just like this time around, like it's
I
just
feel like-
hard because the competition's kind of tight.
I feel like the holdover is a much stronger
I feel like
writing movie than a directing movie.
if Zone of Interest
Personally.
didn't exist, I think this would be the 5. Most likely, this would be the 5. But Zone of Interest is kind of complicating things right now. So
Oh, I do not have Glazer in. That is
I-
not who I replaced with Alexander Payne. I have a Triet for replacing Alexander Payne on my lineup. I might change with BAFTA, but I have Triet.
you have Triad over Glazer? What?
Yeah, I might change it. Just vibes.
That's I don't know about that.
Just vibes.
something that well, you actually did just bring something up. Something that's also not impossible is Payne still missing, but Trier takes Gerwig's spot. I wouldn't predict it, but I don't think it's impossible.
I will say I would be unbelievably shocked if our entire lineup was male this year. I would be very shocked.
I mean,
Like it
I
can
don't
happen, but I would be really shocked. I'm being super honest.
I don't necessarily think that's how they vote, which
No, but I'd be I think one of Gerwig or Trey, I think one of them are making it in. I just kind of don't know who you go.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
there is an outside shot for Celine Song still. Like I
I'd be a
put
little
her
shocked if she made it in, but yeah, like they have the
she's
option.
above
Like
Bradley Cooper at least,
yeah,
I think.
I think one of the female directors will make it in this year. I just don't know who will.
Uh when it comes to documentary, I mean they usually like miss a couple. Uh
Uh,
I
Last year
I
they went 4 for 5. Um, they usually go like 3 or 4 for 5, from what I can tell.
I'm still very doubtful that still gets in, and obviously they can't nominate Kokomo City. So
In 2020, the only one that got in was Wrote by Octopus Teacher. I don't think Attica got in. After the Kid Man. I think only 2 of these got it. No, 3 of these got it. I mean, in terms of wins, they're terrible. They're terrible for wins.
yeah, they're not good.
But I think at least 3 of these get nominated, like from their like part. I think at least 3 of them like at like minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, minus the fact that Coco Recipe isn't eligible, but yeah, I don't know. I still just think still it's just the one that gets everything and the
Yeah. Well,
personally.
we'll get to something else later. Now, something that I forgot about in doing this, in preparing for this, the ASC nominations came out. Um,
Mm.
they're usually pretty good at predicting this
Oh, and just as a side, I said I love the
category.
mention for A.B. Rockwell in first time feature for 1001. I
Yeah.
really wish that movie got a lot more shout outs.
Um, for documentary, the only film I think that's here is Kokomo City, which doesn't help us. Spotlight, they did Story Avenue, Citizen Saint, and The New Boy. Those movies aren't close. But for the main category, feature, get ready for this. Il Conde.
My friend watched that and said it was very boring.
El Conde, Maestro, Goes the Fireman, Poor Things, Oppenheimer. Uh, I kind of forgot El Conde existed until we got this nomination. And I've seen the movie, and I've still forgot. Um, I mean, it makes sense why I got in here. I think, though, that Zone of Interest will replace it in the Oscar lineup. The other four are obviously very, very, very expected. And I would be shocked if any of them missed. But let's get to the real meat and potatoes of today's this is today's announcement. PGA Producers Guild. So the documentary was previously announced before, but I'll read that off here. We got 20 Days in Mariupol, American Symphony, Beyond Utopia, Disappearance of Sheer Height, The Mother of All Lies, Smoke on a Sisterhood, and Squaring the Circle. For animation, we got The Boy in the Heron, Elemental, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the Super Mario Brothers movie, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Not
And
a
if
shocker. They really like Illumination, so not a shocker.
and then finally we got the main motion picture category. So, we were a bunch of us were thinking, they were gonna do like, oh my God, they're gonna do Color Purple, they're gonna do Iron Claw, could you do Spider-Verse, Guardians, Saltburn? Instead, they did American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. So the consensus 10 for the Oscar lineup.
Little terrifying. But here we are.
So first and foremost, let's have an in memoriam section. Cue the world's smallest violin. Rest in peace to Air, The Color Purple, The Iron Claw, May December, Saltburn, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. All 6 of these movies are dead, not happening, not even close. Thanks for playing.
Oh, poor the Iron Claw. That should get in.
So this is weird, and I get that this is weird because obviously PGA has never gotten 10 out of 10 nominees. One caveat I will say is that for a lot of the time PGA has had 10 nominees, the Oscars haven't. Because there was a long time where you got 8 or you got 9. Because of the sliding scale. Here it's the same thing. Now there's usually differences, but 2019 they got 9 for 9. 2018 they got 8 for 8. 2016 they got 9 for 9. I kind of just feel like, especially with this, it's kind of feeling a little bit like 2019. Like, I don't know if you guys remember 2019. They had there was like 9 the 9 films that we got. It kind of just felt like what we were gonna get. Like that was the lineup. Like that's the lineup. That's what we're gonna get. And there just wasn't really a strong enough film that could come through and like take one of the spots. And also just one of those films just wasn't really weak enough to actually miss out. Like,
I think a lot of people had the Two Popes at 10. It was the one that a lot of people
yeah,
had
like
and not
that
Knives
was the
Out.
but like Two Popes, that wasn't gonna happen. Knives Out wasn't gonna happen. Bombshell, I mean, come on.
I think it's like for the ones that missed in like these years, do you think like what do you think like 9 and 10 were in these other years? Because like I don't think Knives Out was 10. It was probably the Two Popes. I don't know.
I think it's I mean I can't really predict based off those hypothetical scenarios though, because like we have 10 this year. We have a guaranteed 10. And
what was the other year?
this in this list, all 10 of these movies got the Golden Globes. 9 of these 10 got BAFTA longlist. The only outlier is American Fiction, which missed for All of Us Strangers.
What was the other year of 10, 2009?
That was the first one. Actually, Next Best Picture has the stats here.
What was the first year of 10?
2009.
2009. Was it the Hurt Locker year?
Yeah. That got 8 out of 10. 2010 was 9 out of 10.
So they missed what, Star Trek and I don't know what the other one was. I can't remember the nominees. It was District 9 and Invictus that missed.
Well, got the Best Picture nomination. So I don't remember exactly off the top of my head.
And here the town. March, yeah.
You look at all of these, like all of what we've got here, there really is just like I just don't know what could do it. Like I guess the movie that has the best chance at this point, I guess, is All of Us Strangers, which I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen.
And also, what does it kick out?
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
the
the
other
other
problem.
question. Like, if you want to be safe in your predictions, just go the PGA 10 and you will get at least 9 of them right.
That And that's kind of what it's feeling like. Like normally I would never even consider doing the PGA 10. But
Unless like BAFTA do something shocking or whatever.
I mean, what's BAFTA gonna do?
I don't know.
Because like 9 of these movies are on the long list. I think the thing is like one of the movies would have to absolutely shit the bed, and then all the strangers would have to like have a great day. Like get screenplay and actor and some text, director, and best film. Like that's what it would have to do. I just don't really see that happening.
I feel so nervous predicting the PGA 10, but I think I'm gonna like I think that's just what I'm gonna do.
I
I don't like this.
I don't know why you wouldn't at this point.
I don't like
Because
this,
like
George.
I mean I I think it's just like 2019. Like we kind of just know this is gonna be the lineup, and there's like just nothing else that really has that much of a chance. That maybe something is crazy. Maybe something goes crazy. Maybe they snub like Maestro or something. And but then again, like what would come up? All the strangers?
There'd have to be something like really shocking. I think whatever they pick will be very shocking. If they do 9,
Like
whatever they do would be like really shocking.
there's not a Phantom Thread this year either. Like I don't know what a Phantom Thread would be.
The Iron Claw.
Well, that's had like no presence. Like Phantom Thread had a presence.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't remember the Phantom Thread thing. That was my first year.
It
You're gonna have
kind
to
of
remind
like
me.
Phantom Thread, I think.
Oh, because it was really late release in it.
Yeah, and like
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember people weren't even sure if it was going to come out. The trailer came out, I think, like a month before, like November or something like that. It was like really late, and then it didn't really show up that many places. But then the critics started to really get on board, and it ended up performing super well at the Oscars. Um,
Yeah.
the Iron Claw also, you know, performed like came out really late and has done well with critics, but that one's it doesn't have a Paul Thomas Anderson behind it, so I don't think it's
Also,
gonna.
like I mean, like
I mean, Phantom Thread
Phantom Thread got
also
Golden Globe nominations, like Critics' Choice
Phantom Thread got
nominations, and
BAFTA nominations.
a lot of BAFTA nominations. Iron Claw's on
Got
zero
4
long
BAFTA
lists.
nominations. It got 2 Golden Globe nominations.
Meanwhile,
It got in NBR. It got in LA. Um, it won New York. So it did definitely considerably better.
yeah, Iron Claw has like no BAFTA long list, no Golden Globe nominations, no Critics' Choice
I think the only thing it
nominations.
has, I think,
Yeah,
is AFI,
NBR.
the NBR, NBR. I think it's the only
It's
thing it
NBR.
has.
It's the only thing it's got.
I think the fact of the matter is Iron A24 needed to not release Iron Claw last year.
That's another thing
They
too.
really needed to just
It's like their
keep its
third
release.
priority. Phantom Thread,
They
that was focus features, and that was all they had. Well, actually, no, that's not true. They had Darkest Hour. What am I saying? Yeah,
they just really needed to hold Iron Claw until this year, I think. Like they should have held it
yeah, I agree.
until this year. They should have taken it to like Telluride TIFF. If they'd taken it to TIFF, it honestly probably would have just won the People's Choice Award. Like straight up. I think it just would have won. Um
It could have
and taken
gotten
it to like
it could have gotten SAG. It could have gotten yeah,
I think if they had the momentum to build upon through like a festival run, I think it would have done so much better.
yeah, I agree.
Because it wasn't done until like right before their premiere. Like they should have just held it.
No, I agree with you, but that's kind of just what the reality situation is. They
Yeah.
didn't push it.
Yeah, it is literally their priority. So
Um, But A24's top two priorities, well, they're both looking pretty solid right now.
Pretty good to get in, so.
So not only would it be the first year that two A24 movies get in, I think this is also the first year, I think ever, that both the Palme d'Or winner and the Cannes Grand Prix winner will be nominated for Best Picture the same year.
That's
That's
cool.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Also, to anyone who's doubting an anime before, put it in your picture. Why not?
The same with Zone of Interest, honestly.
These are
Like,
two movies that should not have been nominated here. Like, these are not movies they nominate.
yeah, like
Like, straight up.
guilds, except ASC, and I guess this one today, they're usually allergic to international films that are
So no,
not
not Parasite. Parasite is the exception. And
Parasite
Parasite
or
lost
Parasite
too,
or
by the
Roma.
way.
Parasite or Roma. Those are the only ones that the guilds really went out for. The fact that PGA went out for not just one of them, but two of them. Like, I, I, I don't see the argument against them at this point. I really don't. I really don't. It's just like if you're not predicting one of them, I think it's honestly kind of cope. It's kind of cope if you're not predicting one of them at this point.
Yeah.
Well,
There's also kind of one. I actually two notes. First of all, PGA, they love Illumination, so Mario getting in here isn't a shock. They have 9 nominations. Illumination have 9 nominations. Not a shock at all that they got in. Mario still not getting at the Oscars. They nominated fucking. I mean, they nominated Scene 2. They nominated fucking Minions last year, so I don't know what Illumination pays these guys, but like,
yeah,
still think Nimona is safe. Still think it's just the 4 and then Nimona. And then it doesn't super mean anything in terms of like its win, but it should be noted that Elemental did not get Best Movie at the Annie Awards, which
that's
is the
right.
first time a Pixar movie has ever missed at the Annie.
That's not true. Lightyear missed last year.
Second time. That's
I mean,
crazy. And
I'm not
Elemental was
taking it.
well received.
I'm not
I mean, it doesn't
taking
mean
it
anything, but it is like
crazy into account. Although, like, I think it is possible. Not like it's not likely. I don't think it's likely because I don't think that many people have actually watched this film. But I do think it is a possibility that Robot Dreams could sneak in over one of Elemental or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
just another nomination again. Nimona got in, Suzume got in Best Feature, which was really cool.
Nimona led the nominations at the Annies, so I think that's kind of in.
Yeah, it was good for them. Honestly.
Yeah. And it's Netflix's biggest push, so and Netflix has to get something, so yeah.
Yeah, good for them. Honestly, I think not kind of not shocking considering it's the Annie, so it's literally like their industry, and obviously the Oscars are voted on by everyone. But
Yeah.
I think Nimona is getting in at this point. I'll be a little upset if it misses because it's like one of my favorite movies of the year. I think only spoilers at this point are Suzume or Robot Dreams. I really don't see Robot Dreams because I just don't think enough people will see it if I'm being super honest.
I don't see Suzume either.
I also don't think enough people will see that. So.
Suzume is just not really made for the Academy, I don't think.
I would put Robot
I think
Dreams
it was
ahead of
just
Suzume probably.
I think it was just the animation branch. I probably would pick one of them if I'm being super honest. I think
Oh, I would
pick
definitely pick
Suzume.
Robot Dreams if it was
I
just
think
animation
Robot Dreams or
branch, yeah.
Suzume. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is in. I doubted it for a while. I've had it in for a while. I haven't seen it. I don't plan to see it unless it's nominated because it's just not the type of movie that interests me personally. I have no attachment to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but cool nomination. The animation looks nice, so good for them. Cool for you if you like that movie. Just doesn't seem to interest me.
Seth Rogen Oscar nomination is imminent.
Is he a producer on it?
I think so. He wrote it.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I don't think anything else super. I don't think anything else.
I can't think of nothing.
So now,
Chicken Run's kind of dead unless it gets
Chicken
BAFTA.
Run's kind of dead.
Obviously, Wish is dead.
Which is deader than dead.
Um,
The only place Chicken Run can get a nomination is BAFTA, which wouldn't be a shock anyway because it's British. So
it's
that
gonna
wouldn't
get
be a
British
shock.
film at BAFTA as well.
Yeah, that could get an animated of BAFTA, and I would not still won't
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
um,
I've seen
and
The Wait.
Elemental got character animation for that movie. Oh, do you know Ruby Gillman, T.H. Kraken? You remember that movie?
I forgot that existed.
Has more Annie nominations than Wish. Which you're getting cooked if you have fewer nominations than fucking Ruby Gilman.
I know, which
That's
is
how
a
you know
movie
you're
that
getting cooked.
which is I'm pretty sure a movie that fucking sucks. Also, no one saw. Also, no one saw it.
Well,
The Elemental, like, it's a shocking for the nomination and still missed feature, which is really interesting. Like,
yeah, I guess
obviously,
that's
this
why
doesn't mean anything
some
for the
people are
Academy.
saying like, "Oh my God, maybe it can miss now for Robot Dreams."
No, I don't think it'll miss, but it's
I
still,
don't
I think,
think it'll
really
miss.
interesting.
It should miss because it's bid, but
I wonder if
I
this is
don't think
like
it will.
more like the animation industry's kind of opinion towards like Pixar kind
Well,
of shifting a little bit.
the Andes haven't always been super pro Disney. Like the year Toy Story
No.
4 won, Klaus like swept.
Yeah,
So
they went. I
yeah,
think they went Mitchell's Bridges direction, I believe. No, they didn't. Sorry, they still went.
they went in Kanto.
Uh, sorry, that's a look at the animation. Actually, yeah, actually do think yeah, they did. Yeah, they did go Mitchell. Yeah, they went Mitchell.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mitchell's, Klaus, How to Train Your Dragon, because that did not. Because Big Hero 6 one.
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph, Brave won that year. Ringo won 2011 because literally nothing else came out.
Yeah, they don't.
Kung Fu Panda. So yeah, they are not afraid to turn away from Disney
Yeah.
and like Pixar. So
Yeah,
especially with
but
them
like
completely
I mean,
ignoring Wish,
you
like
as you did say, like they Elemental like the second one that didn't get anything. That didn't
yeah,
get the top category.
yeah.
Like even fucking Cars 2 got in. Like, just sit there and think about that for a second. Um, I don't know. I'm not gonna predict Elemental to miss, but there is like a small possibility that that could happen, and I hope it does. Um,
No, that movie rocks. It's so good.
I haven't seen it yet. I have to
Oh,
get to it. I'll
Jasmine,
get
you
to
should
it.
watch it.
I'll
It's
get to it
great.
eventually. I have there's like six, there's like eight more Pixar movies in front of it, so I'll get to it eventually.
uh, well, if we don't have anything more to say about PGA, we can move on to the Oscar Pundits Choice.
I
But
think that's it. I think PGA was pretty expected. I think everyone was really shocked that it really was just the Oscar 10. Same for DGA. I think everyone's a little scared.
I don't think that everyone's gonna predict the DGA 5. I think Glazer's gonna be predicted over Payne or Gerwig. But let's let's go ahead and begin with Oscar Pundit's Choice, or actually we should start with Emmy Pundit's Choice now because it's TV time.
We're both.
Yes, it's a tradition. It's a age old tradition.
All right, I'm both up on Gold Derby. Just tell me where we're starting.
Uh, well, Best Picture has comedy special at the bottom, so let's start with that.
Oh, that's not on Gold Derby.
That's not on Gold Derby.
No, it's not. I also went predicted anyway because I know little about that category. So
I don't there's only one of these movies got the Golden Globe nomination for comedy special. I'm just gonna predict Trevor Noah then and move on. Talk show. Let's see.
Also known the Critics' Choice.
Graham Norton,
Also known
Jimmy
as-
Kimmel, Kelly Clarkson. I'll just say John Oliver. I think I'll just say John Oliver.
Is he the one who's won Emmys? I don't pay attention.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, to him.
Animated series, is this one on there?
No.
I'll say Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
Actually, that's a really good one. I thought that's pretty good.
Foreign language series, I bet that's not on Gold Derby.
No.
The Glory is the only one I've heard of, so we'll go there. All right, this one has to be on there. If it wasn't, I'd be a little bit concerned. Supporting actors for a limited series or movie made for television.
Actress? Yes. Okay.
Okay. Maria Bello in Beef, Billy Boulay in Small Light, Willa Fitzgerald in The Fall of the House of Usher. Aja Naomi King in Lessons in Chemistry, Mary McDonnell in The Fall of the House of Usher, Camilla Maroney and Daisy Jones of the Six.
I actually don't know.
I don't know either.
Let me see what Gold Derby says.
Yeah, I'll check what Gold Derby's doing.
Let me see what Gold Derby says.
Movie mini supporting actress.
Kristen, have you seen any of these?
I have not seen any of these shows, like any of the ones nominated this season, so I can't really contribute when it comes to
Well,
TV.
the actress from Lessons in Chemistry is number one. So
Brie Larson?
no, the supporting actress.
Naomi King, who I
Oh,
am
Naomi,
from,
yeah.
she was in How to Get Away with Murder.
Nice, I did watch that show.
Also, as a really quick side note, Lessons in Chemistry has gone in like almost every guild, so probably poised to be a big.
Yeah,
episode. This
I'll
one
go ahead
did
and I'll predict
very,
her, I
very well.
guess.
Very well at the Emmys.
Yeah. I'll just
Okay, so it's
I'll just predict that then.
I'll go ahead and Naomi King. Why not? Maria Bello, maybe if they really like beef and just want to do like a piece.
Yeah. Well, there's no beef actors and supporting actors, so
Really?
yeah. Which is so weird
Really?
because there's like three of them that are really good. I mean, unless Tristan has something he wants to predict, then we can move on to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the TV ones.
Okay. So then it'll just be me and Jazz for the rest of these.
I haven't seen any of these, and I'm still predicting them.
Limited supporting actor.
All right,
Same.
fine, I'll join you guys then.
Just basically kind of a little bit what I know.
Tristan giving in the peer pressure. Supporting actor limited. Jonathan Bailey, Phil Travelers, Taylor Kitsch, Painkiller, Jesse Plemons, Love and Death, Lewis Pullman, Lessons in Chemistry, Liev Schreiber in A Small Light, Justin Theroux, and White House Plumbers.
I find it really funny that someone from White House Plumbers got in here because that's actually really bad. I would Jonathan Bailey because he's number one on the
I'll say the same then.
I don't know a whole ton about about the limited categories. I do know more about the comedy drama categories, so they're actually nice.
I'll go Lewis Pullman.
The actresses first. Limited.
Actor and actress probably should be very easy. Yeah.
Well, for actress, unless you want to start with actor. Actress, it's Caitlin Dever and No One Will Save You. Brie Larson, Lessons in Chemistry. Belle Poley in A Small Light. Sydney Sweeney in Reality. Juno Temple in Fargo. Ali Wong in Beef. I think
Ali Wong, very
it's
easy.
after Sunday night. Yeah, Ali Wong.
Very easy. This is Ali Wong.
100%.
I'd go Ali too.
Yeah. And we love to see it. Okay, actor, potentially even easier. Matt Bomer, Fellow Travelers. Tom Holland, The Crowded Room. David Oyelowo, Lawman, Bass Reeves. Tony Shalhoub, Mr. Monk's Last Case. Kiefer Sutherland, The Kane Mutiny Court Marshal, and Stephen Yin in Beef.
Stephen Young,
I mean, it's Stephen Yin. Yeah.
congratulations on your Emmy that you go in like 3 days.
Oh,
But
hopefully. I'm scared to go Evan Peters. uh, movie made for television. Canine Mutiny, Finest Kind, Mr. Monk's Last Case, No One Will Save You, Quiz Lady, Reality.
I think they're super strong.
Reality is *1 on Gold Derby, so
Is Weird Al
no,
here
it's not.
before?
It's not here, so
Very shocked that Weird Al isn't here. But that might have been 2021. I have no idea.
that probably was. I guess I'll just say Reality. No. We'll go down the order here that they have on Gold Derby.
Oh yeah, it came out November 2022. That's not eligible. Yeah, Reality. Probably just one that I assume a lot of people have seen, especially in like kind of on film Twitter and like film.
And it got a
critics,
Gotham Awards nomination, so
and Sydney's nominated, so I just kind of
yeah.
don't see like of the ones I've seen. I don't see Quiz Lady Gang not winning because it's mid. And I've heard No One Will Save You is fine. So
all right, well, best limited series: Beef, Daisy Jones and the Six, Fargo, Fellow Travelers, Lessons in Chemistry, Love and Death, A Murder at the End of the World, and A Small Light. This is Beef.
Beef very easily, super easily.
Beef.
And is it drama supporting actress that they have next listed here? Oh no, it's comedy supporting actress. All right, we'll just do this. Let's see, Paulina, Alexis, and Reservation Dogs, Alex Borstein, and Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Janelle James in Abbott Elementary, Cheryl Lee Ralph in Abbott Elementary, Meryl Streep only murders at the building, Jessica Williams in Shrinking.
Meryl Streep. Even though we all thought that for the goals.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to do. So
I don't know unless they go like all out for Abbott, but I feel like Cheryl Lee Ralph and Janelle James I feel like that's stronger. Maybe Cheryl Ralph could upside here if they like really love Abbott, but it doesn't seem like anyone's super heads over heels for Abbott this season.
supporting actor, Phil Dunster and Ted Lasso, Harrison Ford is Shrinking, Harvey Guillen and What We Do in the Shadows, James Marsden in Jury Duty, Ebon Moss, Bachrach in The Bear, Henry Winkler in Barry.
Even easy. The critics I think showed that they really just were not into the season of Ted Lasso. So
well, he's tied in the odds on Gold Derby with James Marsden.
James Marsden. James Marsden could do a surprise. I know people who really love Jury Duty.
That's what I'd predict.
I mean, I want to go.
That could be a.
I want to go Ebon, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go Marsden to be different. As much as I would love it if it was Ebon. I'd be happy to be wrong.
I haven't seen Jury Duty yet. I've heard it's very good though.
Well, this one's gonna be actually no. After Sunday night, I don't think this is that difficult. Actress in comedy series. Let's see. Rachel Brosnahan.
Oh no, this is really easy.
in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Kenna Brunson in Abbott Elementary, Io Debris in The Bear, Bridget Everett in Somebody Somewhere, Devery Jacobs in Reservation Dogs, Natasha Lyonne in Poker Face. I've learned my lesson from Sunday night, and I am very easily going to be picking Io Debris for for this award.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, people love her.
And in an even easier category, once again, comedy actor. Bill Hader, Barry, Steve Martin, Only Murders in the Building, Kayvan Novak, and What We Do in the Shadows, Drew Tarver and the other two, Jeremy Allen White and the Bear, and I'm not going to try to pronounce that name in Reservation Dogs. Congratulations, Jeremy Allen White.
Poor Barry, a poor show.
Yeah, the last season wasn't great though. And then we got comedy series, which
Also insanely easy.
why they're making this easy. This is a warm up. Abbott Elementary, Barry, The Bear, I Could Stop Here, but I'm going to keep going. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Poker Face, Reservation Dog, Shrinking, What We Do in the Shadows. This is The Bear.
Easily.
Yeah.
All right, now
Almost more of these are easy, by the way. They just get so easy.
uh for drama, let's start with I think drama supporting actress that's first. Which let's see. Nicole Beharie and The Morning Show, Elizabeth Debicki in The Crown, Sophia DiMartino in Loki, Celia Rose Gooding in Star Trek, Karen Pittman in The Morning Show, Christina Ricci in Yellow Jackets. Again, I think after Sunday night, I think it's probably
Yeah, I'll
safe
go
to just go
Debicki.
with Debicki. Yeah.
I would love Christina Ricci to win here because I thought she was very good in the last season of Yellow Jackets, but that ain't happening.
All right, now another unbelievably easy category. Supporting actor drama. Let's see. Khalid Abdallah in The Crown, Billy Crudup in The Morning Show, Ron Cephas Jones and Truth Be Told, Matthew McFadden in Succession, Ke Huy Quan in Loki. I didn't realize he got that. That's cool. And Rufus Sewell in The Diplomat. I
Matthew
mean,
McFadden,
look,
congratulations.
Key, I love Key, and I love that he got his moment last year, but he ain't beating Matty Mac.
Yeah. Congratulations, Matthew McFadden, on your what, like your third Emmy now or whatever.
Second,
Second.
Wait, key for what show?
Loki.
Loki.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But like it's Succession sweep, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Speaking
Actor
of
actually
Succession,
could. I think actor actually could. I don't know what they want to do.
well, this is where Succession sweep continues. This is where I need it. This is where I need it. Actress in a drama series: Jennifer Aniston, The Morning Show, Anjanou Ellis, Justified City, Primeval, Bella Ramsey, The Last of Us, Carrie Russell, The Diplomat, Sarah Snook, Succession, Reese
Sarah Snook.
Witherspoon, The Morning Show. Come
Sarah
on,
Snook.
Sarah Snook.
We are gonna get you that Emmy on Sunday. We're gonna do it. And we're gonna be happy about it.
We need this. It's been far too long. We've been waiting for far too long. All right. Actor in a drama series: Kieran Culkin, Succession, Tom Hiddleston, Loki, Timothy Oliphant, Justin Simi, Primeval. I don't know how to say that. Pedro Pascal, The Last of Us, Ramon Rodriguez, Will Trent, Jeremy Strong, Succession.
I think Kieran
Culkin.
Culkin, but I don't think it's a slam dunk for him. I
I
think either
mean,
Kieran Culkin wins or him and Jeremy Strong both split and Pedro Pascal wins. Which is how I think it could go, but Emmys as
I
well.
I feel like Culkin, like that's what the narrative has been the whole season is Culkin. So
I think the narrative has been strongly towards Culkin, but I think either him or Jeremy Strong could win. Or could like because I feel like a lot of people I've also seen a lot of people say that like Jeremy Strong is like the best because I think his because of like the finale.
I see people saying that. Him missing SAG, even if it was like several months after the Emmy nominations happened, I don't know if that I kind of don't think that's a great sign, even if it was the alphabetical thing. Actually, that could have just been it. That could have just been like it was alphabetical
SAG
order.
also, I mean, Strong Missing is like definitely harms them, but I think SAG also, um, is hard because Matthew McFadden was in the category because there's no supporting categories in TV. So that doesn't help SAG either. So
Yeah, but
like I think if they had lead and supporting, I think Jeremy Strong would have made it in because they're combined.
yeah, that's the problem.
So it's really hard to know like just off of SAG when they
But
don't have a supporting
yeah,
category.
but I think it's Culkin.
Yeah, I think it's
So
Culkin. I think it's either Culkin or they vote split pitcher Patrick Stallman, but I think it's just Culkin. I think he'll win at the Emmys as well. So
yeah,
good for him.
and then
Glad he finally has one. Jeremy Strong already has an Emmy, so he's
finally,
fine.
just another layup, another complete layup drama series. The Crown, The Diplomat, The Last of Us, Loki, The Morning Show, Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, Succession, Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty.
This only has drama series, and I think that's hilarious. It's like the only thing it has.
So random.
Look, it's Succession, right?
Succession, yeah, no. Succession,
Yeah.
it's winning the Emmy. Congratulations.
It's gonna go down as one of the greatest shows of all time.
Cool. We only wanted the meat and potatoes. Cool.
All right. Get on your boxing gloves, everybody. Film time.
Here we go.
Yes. All right. Starting at the bottom again. Best score. Jerskin Fendrix for Poor Things. Michael Giacchino for Society of the Snow. Ludwig Göransson for Oppenheimer. Daniel Pemberton for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Robbie Robertson for Killers of the Flower Moon. Mark Ronson and Andrew Wyatt for Barbie.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Easy.
Oppenheimer.
Song. Dance the Night from Barbie. I'm Just Ken from Barbie. Peaches from the Super Mario Brothers movie. Road to Freedom from Rustin. This Wish from Wish. What Was I Made For from Barbie.
I want to talk about how much a dope this is.
I think I'm Just Ken could win here.
I can't believe
I hope
enough
so.
critics put Peaches as one of their favorite songs of the year from a movie.
You know what it
Yeah.
was? No, Jazz, you know what it was?
No,
They thought it was gonna they were predicting it to get the Golden Globe nomination instead
I
of
know.
here.
This wish I truly cannot believe God.
This is why we don't call them Critics' Choice. This is Oscar Pundits Choice.
You think they all really like vote based on what they think?
I think
Like
a lot of them do.
it's a huge body of people though. I don't think
A
that's what they
lot
meant.
of them do. A lot of them do. Not all of them, but a lot of them do.
I
And
think that's just kind of how I think
No, it's
they're
how we
easily
have because like I think the best example is probably 2021 when Kristen Stewart literally led the critics wins and still lost
by a lot.
Still lost. Like she won by a lot, like by a very large amount, and she still lost.
Just so happened that SAG happened to happen for Critics' Choice, and oh look, I guess we're just gonna give it to Jessica Chastain. It's like,
So
yeah.
can't take him super seriously when they do shit like that. So Jessica
Or like,
Chastain
you know,
no business.
they could have given it to Parasite, but right after the Golden Globes happened, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, we were like, oh look, now we're giving our award to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You know, look, just like that.
That's what was I made for.
I think now though that it won the Golden Globe, I'm just gonna predict What Was I Made For.
I think I'm just kind of good one. I think it's just gonna be what was I made for. To be super honest.
Yeah, I think that's just what they're gonna do.
yeah.
Best foreign language film: Anatomy of a Fall, Godzilla -1, Perfect Days, Society of the Snow, The Taste of Things, and The Zone of Interest. I think it's Anatomy. I think it's Anatomy. Yeah.
Anatomy. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if like Zone of Interest had like surprised him though. But Anatomy.
I wouldn't be super shocked, but I think it's Anatomy. Animated film: The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Nimona, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, and Wish. So do you think this is where a place where they copied the Golden Globes, or do they just go with
Don't
Spider-Man?
know. That's a good question, actually. That's a good question, actually.
See, I'm going to go based on like they're going to copy the Golden Globes in a lot of categories. This is one where I'm not sure that that's what they're going to do.
Look at
I mean, I think Gold Derby just has Spider-Verse, so
I assume so. I mean, yeah, maybe we have Spider-Verse. I think I'll go Spider-Verse.
hmm. Because I mean, they did go with Mitchell's a couple years ago. Uh, they still went with Toy Story 4. They did they go with Kubo or did they go with Zootopia? I can't remember.
Uh,
Um,
was that 2018?
it was like 2016.
No, they went with Zootopia.
It's okay. I think I'll just do Spider-Verse then. But if Boy and the Heron wins here, then holy shit.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah,
That would be crazy.
I
Who are you
would.
going with, Tristan?
I'll go with Spider-Verse. I think they were that's just I think what they're supposed to do, and they're just gonna go with it. Although the fact that it didn't get into the picture here was weird because I think a lot of people were predicting that would happen.
Oh,
But
Spider-Man
yeah,
didn't like the bathtub, so they couldn't do it.
yeah. I'm gonna still go Spider-Verse though. I don't think they're gonna go Boy and the Heron.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Best comedy. American Fiction, Barbie, Bottoms, The Holdovers, No Hard Feelings, and Poor Things. I have no earthly idea. I
Barbie? I say in hesitation. Barbie?
think I'll say that too,
Yeah,
by virtue of having 18 nominations. I'll go say Barbie, but I
I'll say Barbie too.
they did Glass Onion last year. Like they'll morb so hard with this category. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say Barbie. Just interjecting here to say that I'm switching my prediction in this category to Poor Things. Yeah, I know it's pretty risky, but it's just a hunch that I have, and I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah, it'd be funny if they
Glass
went out of their
Onion
way and
won.
did like Bottoms, but I don't think they're gonna
Glass
do
Onion
that.
won last year. Licorice Pizza won the year before that.
Yeah, King of Staten Island 1 year before that.
Uh, did not.
Oh wait, it was
It
Palm
was
Springs, was
no,
it?
yeah, Palm Springs one, yeah.
Okay, I'm misremembering things clearly.
Dolomite was my name 1 year before that. So
Yeah,
and Crazy Rich Asians one before that.
yeah,
Over
they
the
don't
favorite, it
they
should
don't
be
always
still.
go with the picture nominees, so that's why I think it's possible that they decide to go with Bottoms instead or No Hard Feelings instead. But I'm just gonna go with
I
Barbie.
think it's Barbie or Poor Things when I think of it. But I just think it'll be Barbie. Right, and go just
Yeah. Um. Now the real fun begins. Visual effects. The creator, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I think
uh
I even though this movie literally cannot get nominated, I think they're just gonna do Oppenheimer here. Like that's I think it's a feeling that I've got. They just do that because they're
Yeah,
lazy.
I'm with you. I don't see who else they would go with.
I mean, they could go with the
I'm
creator.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go Spider-Verse. Should be different.
I
Nothing
think
backing it
I
up.
think if Godzilla -1 were here, I think there's a chance they could try to manifest that, but obviously it's not. I mean, I guess they could go with Poor Things because they're like, hey, Best Picture nominee, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I think it's Oppenheimer the creator though. If Spider-Man won, that'd be very interesting.
It'd be cool.
It would be cool, but I don't think they're going to do that. Hair and makeup. Barbie, The Color Purple, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Priscilla. It's my show.
Maestro, Maestro,
Yeah.
Maestro,
Maestro.
Maestro.
Should be Poor Things, but that's it's my take. Um, Costume design, Barbie, Wonka, The Color Purple, Poor Things, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Napoleon. It's Barbie, isn't it?
Barbie.
Tristan? Yeah.
I'd go Barbie too. Sorry, delayed reaction.
Editing, Air. I still don't know how this got in here. Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro. It's Oppenheimer.
The one with the bomb.
Yeah. It's definitely Oppenheimer here.
Production design. Saltburn, Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Barbie, Poor Things, Asteroid City.
Honestly, I could see them randomly going Asteroid City.
Okay, no, I don't think that's happening.
Imagine it though.
I can't. They didn't even go with the French Dispatch.
Yeah, I know, but Asteroid City is generally like more popular.
The bar is the floor.
Yeah. I think this one is not as firm though in terms of predictions. I think they could go something that isn't Barbie, but it would not be
Poor
Asteroid
Things.
City. It would be Poor
The-
Things. The
The one
only
with
thing is
no critics wins.
Barbie, yeah, that's the only thing. Barbie has swept production design more than costumes, which I was not expecting. I really was not expecting that to happen, but
I mean, the bar's
that's
also the floor. The other thing that has won is Poor Things.
I think yeah. I think Poor Things should win
It's also
because
hard because a lot of places don't do text.
yeah, I mean, I think if I'm going based on like merit, I think Poor Things should win because I mean you look at the designs of everything and how it's like it just looks like a place that doesn't exist. Like it looks like we're in a completely like alien world.
Yeah, Barbie has
Is
completely
like
swept
interesting.
us.
But Barbie also has the Barbie dream houses and they recreate everything. I think yeah, I'm just gonna say Barbie, but like maybe like the critics could be like, well, maybe they go with Poor Things, so we just pick that. But it's really starting to just continue to remind me of The Favorite versus Black Panther.
Yeah.
Hmm. I would be shocked if Poor Things won here though. It's really hard to judge off of like critical words because so few critic groups do
Yeah.
like the text. So like the only two that they consistently do is cinematography and scores.
Well, speaking of cinematography, Matthew Libatique, Maestro, Rodrigo Prieto for Barbie and Killers of the Fireman. Still don't know how Barbie happened. Uh, Robbie Ryan, Poor Things, Leah Sandgren, Saltburn, Hoyt Van Hoytema, Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer has also swept this category.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. I think there is maybe a slim possibility Poor Things upsets, but
Poor Things is
I'm
1-3.
not gonna.
Poor Things is 1-3, and Killers is 1-3. Those are the only. Oh, and John Wick 1 Florida. But it's just been Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Again,
and
I
also
think.
one is Taste of Things, which good for them.
Oh wow.
Pretty cool.
Good for them.
I mean, again, I think Poor Things should win, but
Oppenheimer isn't a bad one. It's a perfectly
it's
good
not.
one.
But I still think Poor Things should win. And then if Oppenheimer wasn't here, I think it would. I mean, just look at that movie. Just look at that movie.
Wonderfully shot. We
Yeah.
both.
Original screenplay. This is where it gets really
Fuck
fun.
me.
May December, Air, Maestro, Barbie, The Holdovers, Past Lives.
Fuck me.
Um. So
Why is Maestro in this?
why is Air in this? Um.
Barbie?
That's what I'm inclined to say. But Considering the next Critics' Choice, you don't know. You don't know. I mean, they could decide, you know what, we're gonna go with the holdovers, we're not gonna go with Barbie because Barbie lost the Golden Globe. And which is so weird because the Globe winner is not here because these people are stupid.
They
So
could also go Barbie to start momentum for it because it lost the Globe.
that, or maybe they decide to go with past lives. I think those are the only three possibilities. They're not going with Maestro or Era May December.
I just feel like Barbie and like Past Lives in number two.
Yeah, I think it's Barbie, and then holdovers, and then past lives. I think is the pecking order here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be Barbie because it lost the both. No, want to start momentum.
Well, let's get to a category that's
Because like assuming like
potentially
Greta and Noah are here, they can make a speech.
that too. Well, let's move on to the screenplay category that's maybe
Fuck me with this.
harder.
Fuck me with this category.
Maybe harder.
Truly, I think it is. Yeah, just fuck me with this category.
Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, All of Us Strangers, American Fiction, Poor Things, Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Fuck me with this category. Like, I hate it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So
I'm gonna argue for three different films here. I think there's a case for three of these. There's American Fiction, which a lot of people have said had been saying that could win. That could win Best Picture. And that could like be a Green Book or a Spotlight. And on the path to that, it would have to take a adapted screenplay. Uh there's Poor Things, which is like super original and creative and it's adapted from a book that is, from what I understand, is very different. Uh, and then there's also Oppenheimer, which could just sweep and take everything in sight. I would hope that they do something different, but that's a possibility.
also another place in which critic groups aren't super helpful because a lot of critics groups combine those screenplay categories, and so they're not
Yeah,
unfortunately not terribly helpful. But in theory, according to Next Best Picture, Oppenheimer has the most wins and adapted, followed by American Fiction and Poor Things. That is the order. So
yeah, this is not easy. One part of me wants to just say Oppenheimer because they can do the Barbenheimer thing and like they could just vote for Oppenheimer down ballot because it's the front runner. And then another part of me wants to say that they go with Poor Things because um they want to give that movie a win somewhere. And this is like one of the easier places to do it. But then again, they didn't give a win to Banshees last year, so I don't know. Maybe they said, who cares? We'll just go with Oppenheimer. I don't know that I mean, I believe it's possible for American Fiction. There's a case for it, but I don't know if I think it's as likely as the other two. Shit.
are we shocked that Killers of the Flower Moon this time? That's second on Gold Derby. A little shocked by that.
I don't think that's
So,
winning.
neither do I.
I think
Tristan?
I'm not sure.
yeah,
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna say Poor Things. I think, well, this is tough because like so what's the eligibility like? And because this is different than what the eligibility will be at the Oscars, right?
everyone else other than the Oscars are just going with what Barbie campaigned in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally the only difference. Everyone else is just putting Barbie in original.
So in that case, it's hard because I think Barbie's probably going to win adapted at the Oscars. But leading up to that, it's kind of like the foreign film category where it's like Anatomy's going to win everything, but it won't like
It
it's
can't
not
get
going to
nominated. Yeah.
exactly. Whereas here, it's like whatever wins, it's probably not going to go on to win the Oscar. I don't
Yeah.
know. I really think it's somewhere between Poor Things or American Fiction. It's got to be one of those two. I don't see anything else coming out.
You don't see Oppenheimer winning?
No, not screenplay. Not at the Critics' Choice.
Well, they did do Nomadland, so
Yeah, but yeah, that's true. But at that point, like that was a super weak category. Like, and The Father was a late bloomer.
that's
Whereas
also
like
true.
I think American Fiction, Oppenheimer, like the hype is so concentrated with I mean, it's a great screenplay, but it's concentrated on the direction. Whereas I think, American Fiction, there's a lot of hype around the screenplay and Cord Jefferson in particular. Um, yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna go. Let's go American Fiction. I feel like that's something they're gonna go with.
Man, you're
I'll
making
go,
me nervous.
I'll go Poor Things. I don't know what to do with this category. These categories are pointless. I'm being super honest. They're pointless to try and predict for the nobody with the Oscars.
Okay, well, if Tristan's gonna go American Fiction, Jazz is gonna go Poor Things. I'm not gonna get my hopes up too much. I'm gonna say they just go Oppenheimer sweep.
Interesting. We're all going something different.
Yeah,
You know what? We love the variety. So.
well, there won't be any variety with this next category, Best Director. Nolan, 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 Nolan. No, I'm just kidding. Bradley Cooper, Maestro, Greta Gerwig, Barbie, Yorgos Lanthimos, Poor Things, Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer, Alexander Payne, The Holdovers, Martin Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon. It's gonna be Nolan unless Kevin Sorbo
Nolan.
wins by write-in.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
no, it's Nolan.
yeah, Nolan. All right, next
Yeah.
ensemble: Air, Barbie, The Color Purple, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer.
I actually don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
They
actually
did Glass Onion
don't.
last year, and did they do
Actually, I don't
They
really.
did Belfast the year before, I think. Which is like, why? What?
Actually, I actually am now really curious.
What did they
Um,
do for the? I think they did Trial. They did The
so
Irishman. They did The Favorite. What did they do in 2017?
oh god damn it, MVP don't track ensemble wins. God damn it. That's unhonorable. Don't track ensemble wins.
Well, I mean, Oppenheimer's the one with the most wins.
Yeah, I was hoping they checked them like beforehand because I wanted to see if like the last time you had watched ensemble wins. But I think everywhere did.
I don't think the um that Glass Onion did last year, though.
No, I think it was everything everywhere.
Uh, yeah, this is.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
might just say,
Oppenheimer has the most, and like everything else is like one or two.
yeah, that's what I might go with. Unless Barbie, unless Barbie.
I do think I'm gonna go Oppenheimer here. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'll just do.
Yeah, I'll go Barbie too.
Young actor or actress, we've got Abby Ryder Fortson and Are You There, Got to Meet Margaret, Ariana Greenblatt in Barbie, Kayla Lane in Wonka, uh, Milo Machado Grainer and Adam Fall, Dominic Sessa in The Holdovers, Madeline Yuna Voiles in The Creator. Uh, I think it's probably Sessa.
Definitely. I think he has the best chance at getting that Oscar nomination.
I
There's
think Grainer
maybe
should. I think Grainer should win
he
for this.
should, and I think there's like maybe a slim possibility because here's the thing: Alan Kim won, and when he wasn't supposed to, it was supposed to be Helena's angle. But the thing is like Grainer is not. People did not gravitate towards Grainer in the same way they did for Alan Kim. Even though like Grainer, I mean, not only should he be like winning this category, he should be like nominated in the regular supporting actor category. Like he is so good.
Well, I think with Alan Kim, I think it also helped he was young and cute.
Yeah.
He was a young and
And
cute child.
Milo was older, and yeah,
Milo was like 12 or like 10 or 11. He's definitely older.
yeah.
So
His
Alan
interview at the
Kim
Golden
being
Globes though was great. You saw the red carpet one where he
oh no, I haven't seen that yet.
Justine Triet said he was like a baby Adam Driver.
For me, it was I got one foot in reality because I'm still at school.
Yeah.
So well, I just went to school and
It's the same chaos in school.
no, I mean it's just for me it's kind of holidays, you know.
You don't think she's like a baby Adam Driver, no?
No, it's true.
No.
You need to play his son in some sort of like biopic or something.
Well, I hope so. I love this actor. So maybe.
Yeah. Have you met him before?
Huh?
Have you met Adam before?
No, I didn't met anyone.
But yeah, that's great. Yeah, but I think it's Dominic Sessa with a slight possibility of Grainer. So then supporting actress, we get Emily Blunt in Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks in The Color Purple, America Ferrera Barbie, Jodie Foster Naya, Julianne Moore May December, Devon Joy Randolph in The Holdovers.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Congrats.
It's Randolph.
I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. I just gotta run to the bathroom. You
Okay.
can cut that out.
Supporting actor. Sterling K. Brown in American Fiction, Robert De Niro in Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling Barbie, Charles Melton May December, Mark Ruffalo Poor Things.
Downey.
Yeah, I say Downey. And we'll just ask Tristan what he thinks when he gets back. Actress. Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Hüller, Anatomy of a Fall, Greta Lee, Past Lives, Carey Mulligan, Maestro, Margot Robbie, Barbie, Emma Stone, Poor Things. I think probably Lily Gladstone, probably.
What Gladstone?
Yeah. The only like caution I'm throwing to this is that they did not go with Michelle Yeoh last year.
I think if Stone wins somewhere, I think Emma Stone's gonna win BAFTA.
Yeah, I don't think it's like
Really
locked up. Like I don't think it's like necessarily like Emma Stone's Kate Blanchett necessarily,
Yeah.
or that Gladstone is Michelle Yeoh. I don't think those comparisons like they're not one-to-one comparisons. But I mean I do think there's a chance Stone wins here, but like I don't.
Yeah, I think it's Gladstone.
Yeah, I think it's probably just safe to say Gladstone unless like, you know, they let me choose all the winners but if they did that it would be a Poor Things for you. And also
Lily Gladstone
Anatomy would be
technically
getting
has-
more
Gladstone
stuff.
has the most critic wins. Like
Yeah.
10 over Emma Stone.
That being said,
Technically.
these people aren't critics. Let's just be real about that.
Yeah.
These
But
people
like
aren't fucking
technically Lily
critics.
Gladstone is leading.
They'll go with Emma though, I think, over Lily. In this case.
Welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
Who do you think's the supporting actor, real quick?
Oh, supporting actor. I think it's probably going to be Robert Downey Jr. I think he's just kind of sweet.
All right, got the soundbite.
Why do you guys have someone else?
No, we have Downey.
Okay, cool.
I was just getting the soundbite so I can
I don't know.
change the
Sterling K.
order
Brown
around.
might have a chance. I don't know.
It'd be one of the weirdest supporting actor ones ever. I'm not gonna lie.
He weirdly might have a chance just here, but I don't know. I kind of
No,
feel
I
like
don't.
that's
No. I don't think so.
that'd be
I'd be
kind of wild.
I would be shocked. Best actor, Bradley Cooper, Maestro, Leonardo DiCaprio, Killers of the Flower Moon, Coleman Domingo, Rustin, Paul Giamatti to Holdovers, Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer, Jeffrey Wright, American Fiction. So I think they go Murphy.
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 Now go, we're all going the same thing.
I think there's somewhat of a case to make that these people are stubborn and still go with Cooper.
But
But
Cooper, the pawn who has no critic wins. I mean,
yeah.
again, but
yeah,
it'd be so weird because just
I
no, because
thing
no
about it
critic
is
support just for his movie in general.
the thing is that before the Golden Globes, Cooper was what they were supposed to do, right? Like it was considered as Murphy may get the critics, but when it comes to the industry awards, that's where Bradley Cooper starts to shine.
Like Jessica Chastain, who beat Kristen Stewart back in 2021. Jessica
Yeah,
Chastain had more critic support than Bradley Cooper currently does. There's
I
no
think
critic
it's
support for his movie.
just I think it's just gonna be really difficult to beat Killian when Oppenheimer's the biggest biopic of all time and is probably winning Best Picture at this point. So
I think at this point, Giamatti has a better chance of beating Killian than.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that, to be honest.
Well, there's just like a weird swell of support that's happened recently, and
Yeah, but
especially with the.
Colin Farrell also.
That is true. That's a good point.
I
That's
I
that is a good point, but I think Brendan Fraser had a lot of people on his side because of like the narrative, whereas like Killian, like I don't know if he has as much of like a like that kind of like, oh, everybody got to root for Brendan Fraser because he's giving these amazing speeches. Whereas like I don't know, there's a rootability for Paul Giamatti. He's been in the industry for a long time. Like
I
he's
think
kind of
part
an
of it.
underdog.
I mean, if Giamatti wins this, which I guess also isn't like that impossible, or if he won like SAG, we could have that conversation. I'm just not really I just don't know. I
Go Murphy
Yeah.
until he loses.
I think I think it's just Murphy is the face of Oppenheimer. And if that movie's going to do as well as we expect it to do, I just don't think he loses.
That's fair.
Uh, I think it's gonna be. I think that's difficult for me to say. Okay, well then finally we get to Best Picture. Um, American Fiction, Barbie, Color Purple, Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and Saltburn. God, that fucking movie haunts my nightmares. It's Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Unless it's a Barbie surprise, which I doubt it.
Bobby, I think, is the only thing that could surprise you.
Yeah. Um. Well, that was quicker than I expected it to be.
Watch us all be wrong about everything.
That's very much guaranteed to happen, I think. But anyways, thank you for listening to us ramble for a couple of hours on this godforsaken show. Um, love you all very much. Do us a big favor and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share this stuff around because I may not be the most charismatic host, but I am a mob boss, and if you don't watch this show and share it around, well then something's going to happen to you. No, I'm just kidding. I have to say that because I don't want to get pulled off of YouTube. No, but for real, share this stuff around. Leave a like if you can, comment if you want, subscribe, and rate us and all that fun stuff. And yeah, watch us be wrong on Sunday night and be like, well, shit. Saltburn won Critics' Choice. What the hell is happening?
That would be so funny. Like genuinely, I think it would be hilarious.
But yeah, thanks everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.